first of all, I hope you can hear me. Bit of an impromptu unboxing. So if I am having audio issues and you're watching this after it's been uploaded, I do apologise, but you'll just have to grin and bear it, I'm afraid. No, I'm still trying to work out how to use this headset as a microphone properly, but hopefully you can hear me, because usually I have someone watching who would tell me straight away in the comments. But yeah, so as you can see by the title, the description and the thumbnail, another Mikkeller Beer Club unboxing. This time it's of course the September box, which came ridiculously quickly. That's what she said. And yeah, a really exciting box for me. Craig says, say that again. Shut up, Craig. But thank you for joining me, Craig. Yeah, anyway. So, the reason why I'm really excited, or the main reason why, is because this month's box included the Mikkeller Beer Club glass. And there we go, you can see it a little bit better there, or if I hold it back there. Absolutely wonderful. It's just a glass, I know, and I was so expecting this to break in transit. That would be a first, because it's usually I who breaks glasses. I have yet to receive a broken glass. But yeah, this is one that I will try not to use too many times because it is very fragile. Typical Rastal glass, but it looks absolutely fantastic. And I've still yet to decide which beer I would like to christen this with. I'm actually supposed to be recording review 750 tonight, so I might use this glass for that, even though it's not a Mikkeller glass. Mikkeller beer, I should say. But yeah, I've been waiting for this glass, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I know the beer mail got a glass as well, one of the stemless, sort of bulbous type glasses. But yeah, as you can tell, I do like my glassware. Although it's a really tiny collection, to be honest. And yeah, so place your bets now at how long I can keep this glass without it smashing. And yeah, beautiful stuff. So super excited about that. As you can clearly see, I'm all over the place with excitement. Yeah, long day at work. It was actually 1.5 hours longer than it should be because Dickhead here went to work 1.5 hours early. So I was bored out of my fucking mind for most of the time. But yeah, it wasn't too bad of a day, and you can't really complain when you're working in a call centre. I could be making much less by doing much more, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I was so happy to know that this box was coming today. So yeah, if you have been interested by any of the Mikkeller beers that I reviewed on the channel up to this point, then I will put my referral link down below. Because it helps me out and it also gets you a nice little discount on your own box, and you can use it against either the Beer Club or the Beer Mail boxes. If you look on Mikkeller's YouTube page, they always upload a video where they tell you what beers are coming in the upcoming box, and yeah, I've had some absolutely world-class beers. As I've said in previous videos, it wasn't up until like last year that I'd actually really experienced Mikkeller. Do you know what I mean? Just because it lived in Germany was a little bit harder to come by, even though now there's Berlin, you know, Mikkeller Berlin. So I never really got a chance to try even some of the more core range, if you will, Mikkeller beers. Even though they don't, well, they do now have a sort of core range. But yeah, so when I gave the Mikkeller beer mail a try the first time, very satisfied. Tried it again, on and off, due to like financial situations and whatnot. And yeah, so I started getting the referrals. So I was like, I'll give it a go again. And then I tried the Beer Club box. And yeah, it's been a very solid experience. And this box specifically has some potential buttes in it. So I shall leave it at that. So the first one that I'm going to pull out is the biggest bottle, and one that is probably going to go into my sort of Christmas beer pile. Obviously, depending on what the actual ABV of this beer is, that's only 5.9%. But yeah, this is a bottle of the Wreck Ale, which is in a 750ml bottle, and this is made with recovered yeast found on SS Neva 1861 by diving teen Ternan. White Labs managed against all odds to isolate live yeast cells from the old beer. These cells were purified and tested in the labs before they were grown up to a culture sized to ferment this beer. The success is best explained by the conditions where the beer was resting for all those years. Yeast like it Yeast likes it cool, dark, and undisturbed, just like shipwrecks do. So, yeah, really intriguing idea for a beer. I know this is a rebrew of sorts, but yeah, the fact that this is cultivated from yeast found in a shipwreck dating back to 1861 is just, it's fascinating, isn't it? And beautiful artwork from Keith Shaw on this one. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what style of beer it is. I'd imagine so as to like really showcase the yeast, it would probably be a sort of Belgian-esque style. I'm not too sure, but yeah, nice 750 cork and caged bottle. So looking forward to giving that a try. And then we've got a can of the latest batch of Vanilla Shake, which of course is the Imperial Oatmeal Stout brewed with coffee and vanilla, 12% ABV. I'm a big fan of the Beer Geek beers. I think I might have actually drank this. No, don't think it was this beer. I'm sure Craig will be able to enlighten me. And yes, I am scratching my crotch as I'm doing this. But I did not need to vocalise that. But this is the Vanilla Shake, and I'm sure me, Craig, kindly donated by Rob. Rob and Stu had this when we all met up in Huddersfield. I think it's a slightly different version because it was in a taller can. I don't know, but yeah, this is a new version that was beautifully described by Frank in the Beer Club video, and I've only got 20% battery left, so there's probably a little bit of an interruption there. I do apologise. It was actually described by Frank as having the texture of baby poo. So that, to me, Imperial Stout, texture of runny baby poo, that's sludge at its finest. So I'm all for that. So yeah, looking forward to giving that a try because I'm a big fan of the Beer Geek series. Then we've got a beer from Cigar City, and this is the Oatmeal Raisin Cookie Brown Ale. Sounds so divine. 5.5% ABV. The addition of raisins, cinnamon and milk sugar to our full-bodied and chocolatey brown ale base creates a unique beer that tastes exactly like it was pulled out of your grandma's oven. And yeah, not had too many beers from Cigar City, so I'm very excited to try that, and that sounds absolutely wonderful. So, next up, now this is a beer that I'm very excited about. Some people might think, why are you excited about this sort of style? Because I love beers like this, essentially. But this is the Ivan Ramen, and this is a Keller beer, or Keller style Pilsner beer, brewed by Mikkeller San Diego, 5.4% ABV. And yeah, the whole craft beer and ramen thing is something that very much excites me conceptually. So yeah, to have a 500ml can of what looks to be an absolutely wonderful Keller style Pilsner is just fantastic. Plus, I'd be really interested to try a lager from Mikkeller San Diego, who have been knocking it out of the park this past year or so. But yeah, look at that artwork. Please, beer gods, let me preserve that artwork because it's absolutely wonderful. So looking forward to trying that. Then we've got a can of Bio Brew IPA, which was brewed in collaboration with Bang & Olufsen, the Danish hi-fi company, which you're actually resting against a Bang & Olufsen stereo. It's not mine, it's my dad's, but I've liberated it. So this is basically an IPA that they brewed, and in the fermentation tank they put a Bang & Olufsen speaker in there, and then played music from the likes of Mikkel Metal, Kaito, Portable, KTV, Cormac, and Brendan Muller. Never heard of any of those, but I'll definitely be giving those a look because I do like to discover new music, and I'm a big fan of Bang & Olufsen. And yeah, this is an IPA clocking in at 6.8%. So I'd be interested to see if the waves can affect a beer like that? Because you know it's more than just music playing. There's obviously like waves involved, and it'd be interesting to see if it does play a part in the structure of a beer. And I know there's I've seen another brewery recently doing something like that, but oh well. Then next up we've got two beers from Ale Farm, a brewery who I've heard loads about before but never tried anything, even though there's quite a few of their cans making their way to the UK now. But we've got two cans from those, and we've got one can of the Saturated, an IPA featuring a rotating choice of hops, 7%, and then we've got Symbiosis, a session IPA hopped with Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic. So 5% and 7% on this one. Gorgeous looking cans, beautifully presented, tall boy cans as well. Always appreciated craft brewers when you provide us with proper measurements of beer. That's quite camera. Then we've got a can from Mikkeller, New York, and I think this is the first beer I've had from New York Mikkeller. And this is the Sky Food, and this is an IPA brewed with, and how exciting does this sound? Sichuan peppercorns, completely mispronounced that, I know I have, ginger, young coconut, orange zest, honey, jasmine flowers, lychee, aloe, and durian fruit. It's your 5 a day, ladies and gentlemen, in an IPA with an absolutely gorgeous looking art piece of artwork. So Joe, if you end up watching this, hopefully if you can get hold of this, I might not be a greedy bastard and keep hold of it, and so we can review that. You working early tomorrow? No, I have the day off, but I'm not really in the mood to drink tonight. Although I've got a Brewdog beer in the fridge from the recent fanzine, which I might just drink. And then we've got one that has been getting a lot of hype, and this is the Mikkeller Aarhus Session IPA with lactose, brewed by Abeltoft Gederbryggery, which I think it's a collaboration sort of beer, or I'm not sure the actual full story, but it's a session IPA with lactose, clocking in at, where's the ABV? 4.6%. Look at all that gunk in the bottom. 500ml bottle. Beautifully hazy looking beer, and quite a few people saying this is the best session IPA that they've drank all year. So very, very excited to try that. Beautiful label on there. For some reason, it reminds me of Gaspar Noé. Let's see, some great beers there, mate, says Craig. Yeah, this has been probably the most exciting beer club box that I've had so far. So I'm very excited to try all of these beers, even though I'm supposedly taking a break. I've got Beer 52 box coming potentially tomorrow as well, the Oktoberfest one, which is finally we get some German craft beer in the UK. I'd love to see more German stuff in the Mikkeller Beer Club or Beer Mail boxes. So, Frank, you're not watching this. Nobody from Mikkeller is watching this, but please, please, please try and do more stuff. Get Frau Gruber. Let's get Frau Gruber to the UK because the world needs them. We need all of these German craft breweries. But yeah, so Beer 52, bringing the German goods with some really exciting beers. But we're not here to talk about Beer 52. That'll probably be an unboxing tomorrow. But yeah, fantastic, fantastic box this month. Really stupidly excited to try these. And I think we've got a really special beer coming in next month's box. So I might keep hold of my subscription. Terry says, hello, Mr. Clueless. A nice selection of beer there, mate. Hope you review some of these. I will probably be reviewing every one of those beers, so I expect to see a lot more Mikkeller on the channel. But yeah, that's my beer haul. I think a good end to what's been a bit of a tedious and boring day. And more beers to come tomorrow, fingers crossed. And then from that point, I am taking a step back from buying beer because I've booked a few days off when I was early in work, got a bit of that sort of stuff done for some events coming up. I might be volunteering at Indie Man. I've put my application through. What else? I've got a couple of gigs in November. We're potentially going to see Hugh Cornwell live in Manchester. What else have I booked off? Maybe visiting Rob from Hop Scene in November as well. So I want to kind of rein it in, put some money aside, so then I can enjoy myself. And yeah, so that will probably not happen because I'll probably do another haul at some point in the next couple of weeks, because the act of buying beer sometimes is a little bit more exciting than the actual drinking, which it should never become that, of course. But yeah, so stupidly happy with this month's box, and hopefully each of those beers will deliver. And yeah, so if you've tried any of them, then let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you've tried any of the Mikkeller boxes, let me know your thoughts, opinions on the brewery. Do you like the BML? Do you like the Beer Club box? Any comments welcome. And Joe, if you're watching this and you can get hold of Sky Food, I'll probably have messaged you anyway. Then we should do a joint review of that, because that sounds like a fucking mind bender of an IPA. Anyway, thank you to the guys who's watched this live: Craig, Tony, Terry. There we go. Oh, potentially we'll have some Oktoberfest live shenanigans with Tony, Howard, and Dean. So we might organise. I'll try and get that organised, because I've got some Oktoberfest beers to consume after just recently making a German beer haul on Beers of Europe. So yeah, I've been buying probably a bit too much beer, and I just want to rein it in. So I've actually got money in the next few weeks. Anyway, thank you for watching. Any thoughts, opinions, always welcome. To those guys watching live, and of course to anyone watching this after it's gone for playback on YouTube. And yeah, so I'm off to probably go have a couple of beers tonight, actually. I've decided I'm off tomorrow, so F it. F it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, you guys take care. And if you drank along, what did you drink? See, I care about you people. I might not reply to comments. I might be an ignoramus on social media in general, but I do genuinely care. And I'm not sure if you heard me say that because the 10% battery thing popped up, so I don't know if it completely halts the stream. I don't know. But I much prefer doing these videos now that I've got an actual kind of proper microphone so you can actually hear me, because I know a few people were giving me shit and bullying me because my videos were quiet. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. I was pointed to the microphone in reference to you. One of those days, folks. One of those days. See you later. Please end. There we go.